What is up, my friend? Welcome to episode 119 of the Anthony John Amos podcast. And today I want to talk about what's stopping self-sabotage actually looks like. So if you're consistently finding yourself not doing the thing or the things that you want to do and doing the things that you don't want to do, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Anthony John Amos podcast, the one and only podcast designed to help you become unstoppable in life and business. My name is Anthony John Amos. My friends call me AJ, and my goal with this podcast is to help you remember who you truly are so you can maintain your center in the chaos, embody your potential, and unlock freedom in your life and business. That being said, let's get into today's show.
All right, welcome back. Now, before we get into today's episode, if you want to generate more revenue while working less, living out your big vision, having fun, and doing more of what you love, I have a little something for you. Every single week, I set aside a few hours to talk with online entrepreneurs about what's working, what's not working, and really helping them create a plan to create their big visions faster. So if you want to grab one of those times to talk with me directly, go to talkwithaj.com. It's 100% free. Normally I charge up to $1,000 for a strategy session, but since you're listening to this podcast, I'll hook you up with an opportunity to talk with me. And I'll warn you, don't book the call if you're not serious about creating big results. We will dive deep, and together we will find the root that's preventing you from having the fruit that you want inside your life, inside your business at this current time. So if you're an online entrepreneur, you're driven, you're hungry, and you're just man, I want to create this next level of results, go to talkwithaj.com and grab a time to talk with me. So with that being said, let's get into today's topic, which is what's stopping self-sabotage really looks like. Now, I run a program called Unstoppable 90. It's all about how to expand and master your transformation. And it provides a structure of coaching and support to really help you develop your creativity and presence and connection and power to the specific projects and the relationships and the goals, the targets that you're really working to achieve. The program is a practical, no bullshit, boots on the ground approach to converting stress into fuel and really creating your next level of freedom, purpose, and success. It's awesome. And people are seeing a lot of results from playing inside that container. Well, this week we had a sales guy inside the program, and we had him connect with the truth of where he was at. He wasn't really doing an hour of cold outreach every day. And in the game of sales, we call that hunting. Now, the thing is that he set the goal that he wanted to do an hour of quote unquote hunting, right? Cold outreach every single day, Monday through Friday. He chose to set that goal. That wasn't from me. That wasn't from Jonathan Heston, who helps run the program. The guy, he set the goal, right? The student set the goal. And that's what we do inside Unstoppable 90. Everyone brings their targets for expanding every aspect of their life forward over a 90-day run. And we don't let people pick these huge intangible targets. We really encourage people to set a target that stretches their comfort zone while still being realistically tangible. And we hold people accountable to then honor their word. So if you set a target I want to do an hour of hunting every day, and you don't do it, we're going to ask you, dude, what's going on? Why didn't you do it? And if we need to, we'll of course correct and adjust the target. Or in the case of this individual, it was a bit of tough love. Now, the thing about this specific individual is he was yo guys, what's the block? For 3 weeks, I keep saying I'm going to do it and I don't. So there has to be a block. Can you help me see the block? Can we destroy the block? And I was what if there isn't a block? What if it's as simple as you either do it or you don't do it? It's kind of like getting fit in our bodies. You either want it and you do what's required, or you don't really want it and you don't do what's required. And he was really apprehensive about this whole thing. The thing is the dude just wanted to stay stuck in his head and just create another concept to hide behind rather than leaning in and simply doing the thing required. Here's the thing. There's a time and place for uncovering past trauma and healing. And with this guy, we'd already done a whole lot of that. And so I knew healing wasn't the real solution in this specific scenario. After someone does the healing work, the next step really is pretty simple. And a lot of people don't like this, but it is what it is. You either do it or you don't. You either do the thing or you don't do it, period. And for a lot of people, they can stop self-sabotaging by simply just choosing to do or not do the thing that's required. Now, here's why I say this. If you choose to do it, even when you don't want to, you train your mind to understand when you say jump, it jumps. Like you're the soul in control. Your mind isn't in control unless you give it control. And if you're doing that, like your hose, I guarantee you're going to self-sabotage like crazy all of the time. Now, on the other side of that coin, if you don't want to do it, then choose not to do it and stop beating yourself up for not doing the thing that you really don't want to do. Like if you don't want to be fit, don't. Just because society is selling you that you should be fit, and there is plenty of research and experiential evidence to prove that being fit actually improves the quality of your life. If you genuinely don't want that, then don't. It's okay. Like the guilt and the shame that you place on yourself, it's insane. And it only leads to and creates even more self-sabotaging patterns. So part of the key to stopping self-sabotage is to slow down, to go fast. Now, here's what I mean by that. People overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade. I first heard that saying from Tony Robbins in a book called Awaken the Giant Within. And I found that saying to be very true. And I found that habit stacking is the solution that seems to be like a sustainable solution to this. And I'm going to stick with the fitness illustration because it's a simple illustration that really anchors this concept easily. Like if you want to be fit and you're not working out right now, well, instead of taking on like a 90 challenge to be like, I'm going to go conquer the world, I'm going to lose 90 pounds and I'm going to transform my entire body in a strict diet, intense routine. And it's okay if that's really what you're called to. I would just be like, yo, how about you just prove to yourself that you can get a workout in like 4 times a week for 30 days straight? How about we start there? And then when you do that, how about we just up the ante a little bit? And you keep doing the 4 workouts a week or whatever, but then you bolt on a way of eating that's supporting your goals for the next 30 days. And then when you do that consistently for 30 days, so now you're 60 days in, you add in the next habit, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And when you do this, you sustainably become a new person because you've created new habits. Like essentially, you've started being a different person. You started being the person you wanted to become. And now you look up a year later and your like entire life is just completely transformed. I believe way too many people are trying to conquer the world in 90-day sprints. And the problem and the reason they self-sabotage isn't necessarily some deep rooted trauma, though that can be part of it. Don't get me wrong. I think for a lot of people, the real issue is their commitment to their word muscle, right? Their commitment to the word muscle is super weak. Like coming back to this dude inside Unstoppable 90, he said he would hunt an hour a day, Monday through Friday. He either does it or he doesn't. And if he does it, great, he can trust himself. If he doesn't do it, he can't trust himself. And a lot of people, a whole lot of people, and I've been there, I have. And I'll tell you about that in a second. They can't trust the word because they keep biting off more than they're willing to chew. And they keep trying to conquer the world in 90 days. And it's eating away at their commitment muscle. Now, here's the thing. Powerful people honor their word. Boom. End of story. Like end of podcast. Powerful people honor their word. Now, I used to hear this type of stuff and I used to say to myself, oh, well, that person is all about the hustle and the grind. You know, they don't really realize at some point they're going to burn out. Now, here's why I thought that. My commitment muscle was weak. I had to go on a journey to strengthen my commitment muscle. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it looked like. It looked like me committing to doing 100 burpees and 3 3-minute meditations and a cold shower every single day for 30 days straight. Every single day I had to report to my coach. And I either did it or I didn't. And my coach wouldn't let me coach with him unless I did that routine for 30 days straight, unbreaking, just like boom, 30 days in a row. Now, the thing about me is I did it. Why? Because I decided I would, and it was done. Were there days where my mind said, hey, let's do 80 burpees today. Oh, let's not do the cold shower. Oh, let's only do, I don't know, 1 minute break, or let's not do, like, yes, of course. My mind plays games. And you know what I did? I did the thing anyway. Because I had to go on a journey to strengthen my commitment muscle. Now, I've talked about how this podcast that I do, when I began it, it was a test to strengthen my commitment to creating content for the sake of creating content. 1 year, 2 episodes a week, no excuses, while traveling the world with my daughter and wife. Done. And so now on the other side of this 1 year thing, creating episodes is just like something I do. It's just a habit. It's just like, this is what I do. Now this year, my commitment challenge is to do X3, which it's this strength conditioning program is what you'd call it. But I want to do X3 4 days a week for an entire year. That's it. Like I've never worked out consistently, not missing a single week for a year. Like I've worked out for a year, but it's just been like 90-day sprint, off a month, 90-day sprint, off 2 months, 30-day sprint. Like it's just been, like sprinting, relaxing, sprinting. It's never just been like easy, simple, entire year, end of story. So this year, it's like I either do it or I don't. Simple. And so far, I haven't missed a week and I won't. Like I'm not going to because I've decided it's done. The only way I'm going to miss a workout is, I don't know, unless some unexpected physical injury keeps me from physically being able to move. That's the only thing that would keep me from doing it because my mind knows, because I've strengthened that commitment muscle little by little by little by little. And it's allowing me to take on bigger changes and bigger changes and bigger challenges. My mind knows if I say it is done, it's done. And this, my friend, is what stopping self-sabotage looks like. I mean, the thing is like your mind plays games with you. It does. My invitation to you is like, don't let it win. Like, remember that you're not your thoughts. Remember, you're the thinker of your thoughts. Like, slow down to go fast. And I'm happy to report, like, after holding the guy accountable in Unstoppable 90 to a higher standard of like being accountable to his word, he's been hunting every day, Monday through Friday, moving closer and closer to his own targets. So my invitation to you this day is this. Where in your life, where in your business are you allowing your mind to run you? Where in your life, where in your business is it time to either do the thing or not do the thing? Or possibly where in your life, where in your business do you need to renegotiate your targets so you can slow down to go fast? And then again, you either do it or you don't do it. And stopping self-sabotage is at its very root when you either do the thing or you don't do the thing. So my friend, that's all I have for this episode of the Anthony John Amyx podcast. I hope it served you. I hope it's inspired you. If you know someone who needs to hear this episode, send it over to them in their DM, screenshot it, share it on social media, send them an email, text message, whatever you have to do to get this episode into their ear holes. And also keep those 5-star reviews coming over on iTunes because that is what helps get the show found and serve more people. Thank you so much for being here today. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Well, that's all I've got for this episode of the Anthony John Amyx podcast, but we have plenty more to help you become unstoppable in life and business. So head on over to ajamyx.com for exclusive resources, information, and tools to help you break through to a new level of freedom, purpose, and success. I look forward to having you back for the next episode. Bye for now.